Math tests this week are for both classrooms, Mrs. Reedy's class, Dr. Lilliam's class. We have both are planning on giving the math test this week. This is that review page, one of the two review pages, 247, 248, that if you study, the questions on this page, front and back, are almost exactly the same. Just the word names have changed, the numbers have changed, the skills are the same. So if you take these problems, practice them at home together, and then create some of your own problems together and use this as a study guide, your child will be successful on this assessment. Here are some tricks to help them when they get to it, because I know you're spending time at home studying, and then you're scratching your head, well, we went over this, we went over this, we went over this. Part of taking a test is not just understanding the skill that they need to do, it's when you get to that part of the test when you're feeling nervous or a little bit of anxiety or they're confused, is to have some strategies, some test-taking skills, not even that they understand that the addition strategy is, that they have some test-taking skills to make it a little bit easier for them to sift through some of the data. So the first one, Kelly has 46 beads, her sister gives her 28 more beads. How many beads does Kelly have now? However, whatever strategy, doesn't have a strategy here. So we know that how many does she have now, we're going to be adding. 46, 28. One, have your child circle those numbers. Second, if you're going to have them regroup, make sure that they've got them stacked and they're lined up. If they're not lined up, you're going to have trouble with this, especially on the back when they go to two-step. Now you've got 8 plus 6 is 14, and we're going to regroup a little bit. But just 46 and 28, just looking at these four answers, 4 10s and 2 10s, you can eliminate two right away. There's two that just don't make sense. If you're adding 40 plus 20 is 60. You're going to know that has to at least be 60. So that's just thinking about it before you add the two numbers together. So when you actually get back to answer that, just looking at that with some mental math, we'll eliminate two of the answers and make this now down to 2 questions possible for the answer. So 8 plus 6, 14, 4 1s, regroup a 10, 4 plus 1 is 5 plus 2. 74, D. Which is the same amount as 45 plus 38. Choose all that apply. First thing you need to do, add these two together. Second thing, so first, add those two together. Second, add these two together. Add this and this. These are already done for you. That's nice. So 45 plus 38. 8 plus 5 is 13. 3, you're group the 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. 83. Now, I know out of these two, this is 83. This is not. 2 are done. I still have 2 left. It says all that apply. That means this is worth 4 points. 70 plus 13. Well, 70 plus 10 plus 3. Well, 70 plus 10 is 80. 80 plus 3 equals 83. Look at that. Break apart numbers, a strategy that we used last unit in Unit 3. It simplifies it. Now, your child could just do 70 plus 13 and stack them. That's another way to do it. They don't have to break apart, but applying some of these skills helps with mental math. This is 83. Last one, 40, 30, 5, and 8. This is partial sums, friends. 40 plus 30 is 70. 5 plus 8 is 13. Take 70 plus 13. Interesting. This is 70 plus 13 is the same. I'm going to draw a line over here. 70 plus 13. If they stack them, they will see this quickly, how to do this without even regrouping. 3, 8. All 3. So break apart's here. Partial sums is here. Down here, do you have to regroup to find each sum? Yes or no? Tell your child to underline all the ones digits and look at them. Well, this is 42 and 56. 2 and 6 are the ones digit. Do 2 and 6 add up to be 10 or more? 2 and 6 is 8. No. 2, 9. 2 and 9, do they add up to be a number greater than 10? Yes, it makes 11. That's a regrouping sum. 7, 0, 7 plus 0, 7. Does it add up to be 10 or more? Which requires us to regroup. No. And last but not least, 3 and 9. 9 plus 3 is 12. 12 is bigger than 10. Underline or circle the ones digit to figure out if those two numbers added together require regrouping. Circle the addition problem that you can use regrouping to solve. Same skill here. You can look at three numbers, 0 and 9, 4 and 8, 3 and 4. Which one requires regrouping? Well, 0 and 9 is 9, not greater than 10. 4 and 8, 12. 3 and 7, 7. Oh, 12. So I would write, circle the addition problem. I circled it. That's step 1. There's a point. Now explain, why does this need regrouping? 54 plus 38 needs, wow, it's amazing. This word regrouping is actually in the problem. Regrouping. Because it says explain, you're either going to do steps or explain because 54 plus 38 needs regrouping because 8 plus 4 in the ones column or digits is bigger or greater than 10. That's it. On the back, Ryan has 57 stones in his collection. Joy gives him 15 more stones. How many stones does Ryan have now? Circle those key words. Doesn't say in all to tell you addition, but it's addition. 57 plus 15. Well, again, mental math. Before you add it together, 5 10s and 1 10s is 60. It's got to be bigger than 60. Can't be this. Can't be. 7 plus 5 is 12. 2, regroup the 1. 5 plus 1 is 6, plus 1 more is 7, 72. Which is the same amount as 13 plus 8 plus 7. Well, 8 plus 7 is 15. So 13 plus 15. Or you could do 13 plus 8 plus 7. I just combined 8 and 7 to 15. 15 plus 13. 5 plus 3 is 8. 1 plus 1 is 2. 28. So I know they have to equal 28. Let's look. This is 28. This is not 28. 10, 20, 28. 20 plus 8, 28. Choose all that apply. Most of the time, and don't quote me on this, when it says choose all that apply, there's more than one. It actually applies. Down at the bottom, you're going to add 3 numbers together, and down here, you're going to do multi-steps. Be careful down in this corner. One zoo has 26 dolphins, another zoo has 53 dolphins, a third zoo has 7 dolphins. How many dolphins in all? It's a lot. Now, sometimes it helps when you stack the 2 digits, and then the 1 digit. So we know we're going to add 3. 53, 26, lining them up. If you don't line them up and the 7 somehow sneaks into the 10s column, we have problems. Now, we talked about looking at these 1s digits to come up with 2 numbers that add together to make 10. Well, 7 and 3 is 10. 10 plus 6 is 16. 6, regroup to 1. 5 plus 1 is 6. Plus 2 more is 8. 86. Show your work. I showed my work. I regrouped. Now, could you do partial sums? Absolutely. Could you do break apart? Could you do open number line? Yeah. This is really the way you're going to need to know moving forward, which is probably music to many of your parents' ears, that you're just on this test spending a lot of time on regrouping. So if your child knows addition facts and knows how to regroup, you're in good shape. This is that multi-step, so you got to be careful here. So the first step is Faith has 23 shells, then she finds 19 more shells. She gives 10 of the shells to a friend. How many shells does Faith have now? First step, 23, 19, that's number 1. So over here, I'm going to do a number 1. I'm going to divide it in half because this is a two-step problem. 23 plus 19. Line them up. 9 plus 3 is 12. 2 plus 1 plus 1 is 4. Great, 42 is not my answer. She all of a sudden decides to give 10 of her shells to a friend. That was awful nice of her. How many shells does Faith have now? So a couple ways you could do it. You could algebraically do something. You could just do fractions we haven't covered. 42 minus 10. Could do that. We should go down 1 in the hundreds chart. 2 minus 0 is 2. 4 minus 1 is 3. You could count back, subtracting 10. However you get there in this problem, you need to get to 32. I wasn't sure if this would help or confuse. I know I have to give away 10. 10 plus something is equal to 42. That's going to be your number. That might be more confusing than actually just doing 10 on subtraction. But that stays in the realm of what we've been doing for addition for the last 2 units. We're going to be getting into subtraction very shortly. But I figure I'd show you two-way addition. However, they're going to do it on the assessment on this week. They're going to need to understand that there's going to be an addition part of this, a second step on the subtraction part, or like vice versa.